Hey everyone, let's just dive right into this explainer and unlock the structural mechanics behind truly sophisticated C2 level English writing. Whether you're aiming for top marks in advanced proficiency exams, or you just want your professional emails to carry a bit more weight, you are absolutely in the right place. So, what actually separates functional writing from advanced academic prose? Well, what's kind of fascinating is that the secret isn't just stuffing your sentences with massive vocabulary words. Actually, scratch that. It's mostly about how precisely you connect your ideas. It's about density. We want to stop using those choppy, basic sentences and step into a flow of exact, unbroken meaning.
All right, here is our agenda. We'll be covering the anatomy of defining clauses, relative pronouns and adverbs, the commas rule everything, advanced omissions and reductions, and finally, practice and common errors.
Section 1. Anatomy of defining clauses, the core structure. To get started, think of this clause like a superpowered adjective. Just like the word blue modifies car, a defining adjective clause modifies a noun. But here's the kicker. It provides info you literally cannot remove without completely breaking your sentence's intended meaning. It locks the noun down to a very specific identity.
Building these things is honestly a lot like following a math formula. The pieces just seamlessly snap together. First, you start with your target noun, follow it right up with a relative word like who or that, and then cap it off with a subject and verb.
And here's that formula in action. We take a pretty vague noun, the researcher, and make them undeniably specific. I mean, which researcher? The one who conducted the experiment, right? If we just chop that clause out, we're left with the researcher published the findings, and your reader is sitting there going, wait, which one? The clause is the absolute glue here.
Okay, section 2, relative pronouns and adverbs, your toolkit.
Now this matrix gives you the strict rules for pronoun selection. Look at the breakdowns here. You use who for people as subjects, but notice how whom is strictly for people as objects in more formal English, like the author whom I interviewed. Whose locks in possession. And please, this is a big one. Ensure you never use which for a person. Keep which strictly for animals and things. That, on the other hand, is your versatile backup. Good for people, animals, or things. And it's the exact same deal with relative adverbs. These little guys anchor your noun to specific contexts with absolute clarity. Instead of super clumsy phrasing, just use where for places, when for time, and why for reasons. The year when the policy was introduced, man, that is sharp, precise, and frankly, academically rigorous. Section 3. The commas rule everything. Defining versus non-defining. This is where things get absolutely critical because punctuation can completely change the grammar and meaning of your sentence. Look at the left. The students received certificates. Pretty vague. Like, all of them? Now look at the right. The clause visually restricts the meaning. The students who completed the course received certificates. Aha, it's not everyone. It's strictly defined, and that essential nature dictates our punctuation. The rule here is absolute. Look at the defining clause on the left, 0 commas. Why? Because the information is strictly essential to identifying the noun. You just can't separate it. Now check out the non-defining clause on the right. Notice how it's flanked by commas? Those commas act like little handles, lifting out extra non-essential info. My brother, we already know who he is, right? So who works remotely is just bonus info. Remember, if it's essential to the meaning, no commas allowed, period.
All right, moving to section 4, advanced omissions and reductions, academic style.
Let's talk about trimming the fat. You can actually often omit the relative pronoun entirely, but there's a strict condition only when it functions as the object of the clause. The book I bought was expensive. Totally fine. But on the right, you can never omit it when it's the subject doing the action. You literally cannot say the scientists discovered the element won a prize. The who is actively doing the discovering, so it's gotta stay. Now, if you want your writing to really flow in high-level academic settings, reducing active clauses down to a present participle is an absolute game changer. Watch how this shrinks down. Researchers who investigate climate change instantly tightens into researchers investigating climate change. It means the exact same thing, but it strips out the clunky pronoun and streamlines the verb. So smooth. And the same exact trick works for passive clauses. Just cut out the filler words to leave a punchy, precise past participle. The theory that was proposed by Einstein drops the that was and just becomes the theory proposed by Einstein. It's cleaner, it reads way faster, and it's a massive hallmark of advanced academic style. Section 5. Practice and common errors. Test your mastery. Before you go off writing your own brilliant sentences, let's flag some common traps you absolutely need to avoid. Always double-check your pronoun to noun matching. Slipping up and using which for a person, like the student which, is a surprisingly common mistake even for advanced speakers. Stick to who. And careful with adverbs. It's not the reason where, it's strictly the reason why he left. Okay, it's your turn. I want you to pause for a second, look at these two clunky sentences, and mentally transform them into one sleek academic thought using what we just talked about. How are you going to combine them? Did you get it? Here's the solution. The company that produces renewable energy technologies was founded in 1995. If you drop that clause right after company to perfectly restrict its meaning and you didn't use commas, you hit the nail on the head. Let's do one more quick test. Your mission is just to spot the clause in the wild. Read this. The engineer who designed the bridge received an award. Where exactly are the boundaries of the defining clause? And the answer is, who designed the bridge? It's that essential, comma-free block of information right there anchoring the noun engineer. Take that out, and your core sentence, the engineer received an award, is grammatically fine, but it's totally stripped of its specific meaning. Okay, to wrap this whole shebang up, I highly recommend you grab a quick screenshot right now. Mastering these structural rules is a true hallmark of advanced English proficiency. Just remember the big ones. They provide essential info, they never use commas, and leaning into those omissions and reductions will instantly make your writing more sophisticated. So, now that you've got the mechanics completely laid out, the challenge is on you. How are you going to use a reduced defining adjective clause to elevate the precision of your next professional email or academic essay? Find a clunky 2-sentence description today and just reduce it into one powerful clause. Thanks for exploring this with me.